Shalom, shalom, Israel. Salaki. I'm gonna try to see if y'all can hear me. Shalom, Israel. Yup, everything was copacetic. Just bear with me. Let me get the back channel all set up so we can get this started. Lord willing, this is straight to the point. I'll be right back. Just bear with me real quick. Shalom. I hope everybody is having a blessed day. Shalom King. I'm doing this video real quick on YouTube. Lord willing, I'm gonna make this short and quick and wait for the room to get built, and then I should be done with my YouTube. You heard me, Yahweh Dawa?
It's kind of acting up. I'm about to make it just in case my connection keeps on.
All right, King. So shalom to everybody. Shalom, I see you, Mr. Brown. First and foremost, I want to give double honors where honor is due to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, starting with Elder Tahar on down. I've been teaching His word and believing in His word. But Salaki, let me give double honors to the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Yahweh being the Most High God, and Yahweh Shai is who the world and He calls Jesus the Christ, right? And again, double honors to the apostles and the elders in Great Millstone who've been ruling well through the Spirit, teaching the word and believing His word, and for the brothers underneath them, let alone for the hopeful elect, a mighty shalom to the hopeful elect scattered four corners of America in these congregations and out these congregations in four corners of the world that have been teaching His word and believing His word. Lord willing, the Most High continue to endure. Lord willing, one day we'll be on one accord singing the same song. And for the sisters, the wives and the single sisters that's trying to play their role to the best of their ability, being loving, silent wives, and pursuing to be virtuous. Lord willing, the Most High have mercy on the other brothers and sisters that's not in the faith. This video is really inspired by the brother in Great Millstone, right? He was doing a video and he was just saying some precepts, and it just had me thinking of certain things. And my family over here was watching spiritual movies, to incline their mind, right? And my wife was watching, her and my other wife, they was watching some movies, that's edifying, you know what I'm saying? That you can actually bring out scriptures to line them up, and there's some movies I haven't watched. And it was just certain things that I seen in these movies. This is the video right here. If y'all see the arrow, it says, "The God of the Bible is your president." And it just hit me in my mind like, yo, it's crazy how Esau, our oppressors, literally put messages in their movies, right? But I am going to show you guys something. I'm going to show you something. Something I came across. Close that. This picture right here, you know, a lot of brothers is doing videos and talking about this. So a brother, I had asked him, Lawan, I asked him, I'm like, yo, man, brother, please, can I get that little link you was reading from? And of course, you see the little Mason symbol. We're going to read this, and Lord willing, we can add some straight point precepts to line with it. It says the elites do tell us through their books, publication, movies, and new releases what they are doing. This is called revelations, which means revealed of the method. If you are too stupid to recognize it for what it is, that is your problem from their point of view. It is a form of ritual mocking of the victim. And let me see. Before I jump in to show you any videos, it's a video I've done. It's a video I done, and I'm gonna just show you. And if anybody want this video, you can always let me know. You can always inbox me on the side, and I will be glad to send you this video. I am going to just, I don't know if this is it. Where is it at? Yeah, right here. This video is called The Banker. And he basically says the things that they do behind the scene, like their little strategy, if you know what it is, then that mean it didn't work. But if we don't know what it is, that mean it did work. Right. And this is a billionaire. Right. And I said I'm not going to play it, but who am I? You know what I'm saying? So I might as well get and just give you a clip of what this billionaire said. This is old, and it's just crazy how it relates to what I'm going to try to bring out through the spirit. My phone might actually. I'm gonna just show it off my phone because I got too much stuff going on, so my phone might start glitching. So I'm gonna go to my handy dandy cell phone. And just bear with me. It's water being boiled right now. So I don't know if y'all can see this. I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna turn up the brightness so y'all can see. And I'm gonna turn it just so you can hear him in the beginning.
Hello.
Damn, he's super white.
My name is Montague William III. And what I will tell you may well sound absurd, but the less who believe it, the better for me. For you see, I'm in bank.
What the heck?
And big industry. For many a year we have controlled your lives, while you all just struggle and suffer in strife. We created the things that you don't really need, your sports cars, fashion, plasma TVs.
I'm about to replay that part again.
I'm in banking and big industry. For many a year we have controlled your lives, while you all just struggle and suffer in strife. We created the things that you don't really need, your sports cars, fashion, plasma TVs. I remember it clearly how all this began. Family secrets from father to son. Inherited knowledge that gives me the edge. while you peasant people lie sleeping at night in your beds. We control the money that controls your lives. Whilst you worship false idols and wouldn't think twice about selling your souls for a place in the sun. These things that won't matter when your time is done. But as long as they're there to control the masses, I just sit back and consider my assets, safe in the knowledge that I have it all, while you common people are losing your jobs. You see, I just hold you in utter contempt. But the smile on my face, well, it makes me exempt. For I have the weapon of global TV, which gives us connection and invites empathy. You would really believe that we look out for you, while we bankers and brokers are only a few. But if you saw that, you'd take back the power. Hence, daily terrors to make you all cower.
So basically, some of the stuff that he's saying kind of helps the case of this article that you see in front of you, that the elites do tell us through books, publication, movies, new release, what they are doing, right? And in social media, let alone TikTok. Now, this movie right here, a lot of us probably seen 2012. I'll put this on another video, but it aligns with what's going on right now. I'm talking about the collapse of a dollar. And this movie came out in 2012.
Some poor little sucker tries, like these guys. Boom! Boom!
I gotta upload it. I gotta reload it again because it's a little further ahead. So I really want to catch the beginning part when he talks about chaos and the collapse of the dollar, the economy, turmoil.
What did all the movies? First, the stock market would go. Then the economy, boom! The dollar, boom! And then pandemonium in the streets, war, genocide, boom, boom, boom!
Bullshit. Nobody could keep that big a secret, Charlie. Somebody blow the whistle.
And every once in a while,
He said, he basically said nobody, that something is not true. I can go to the end time headlines, but it's a little too much. It's going my computer gonna have a glitch. Could the US dollar collapse? You're spending too much time on the internet. An Alabama man asked Dave Ramsey if he should be worried about the US dollar collapsing, and the Gruel response was biting. The dollar's dismissed is being greatly exaggerated, right? But we can try to go to one of these links. See, I don't know if they're going to really give us info on it. A currency collapses when a country currency loses all its value and becomes practically worthless in day-to-day use, which America, I probably could show it better on my phone because I know if I show it on the computer, it will glitch, right? I'm almost done, gentlemen. I'm almost done. I'm going to show you on the end time headlines.
So,
I'm going to show you Lord willing. Lord willing is up here because the end time headlines is always updating. Always updating. So we're going to see.
my dog's on the live, so
I can give you this one. It says,
dog's on the live, so when
if no debt ceiling deal by early June, stock crash, the economy implodes. and Social Security payments don't go out. This is this right here. End time headlines. Right. We're gonna see if I'm gonna see if I can find some more. Like I said, this website you can get an app yourself. Go to your app store and type in End Time Headlines, and you can get this app. It says Jamie Dimon warns that panic will overtake markets as U.S. approach its debt default. The dollar is going to crash, regardless if we believe it or not. Right? They're constantly pushing CBDC. It says Bank of Canada becomes the latest central bank to advance its CBDC agenda. Right? That's called central bank digital currency. Wait, where's it at? Wait, Salaki. Central bank digital currency. Right there. The dollar is eventually about to collapse. You know, a lot of our brothers and sisters, you know, drug dealers, prostitutes, OnlyFans, the celebrities. I mean, of course, they're going to be in line with it. But a lot of brothers and sisters that's, you know, in the regular community don't know these things. This is called developing. More banks are under pressure as banking crisis continues to spread. Developing. First Horizon stock tumbles after TD Bank emerged collapse. And I'm just bringing these up just to show that was said in 2012. It says nearly half of Americans worry their money is no longer safe in banks. Close to 190 banks could face Silicon Valley Bank's fate, according to new study. So it's a lot of banks that is going to that's collapsing. Major banks. Right. This is another one. It's called de-dollarization is underway, and the digital dollar must be introduced from the White House. Right there. That backs up what we just seen in the movie 2012. Right. And I'm definitely going to bring out scriptures. Right. So we see that. Let me exit out this website. Shalom, sisters. Shalom, shalom. I'm almost done with this video. I'm almost done. Got the it's about to do a Bible study after this live. So lucky for everybody that's watching on YouTube. I keep saying something on the other side. Where is it at? Okay, so TikTok. Of course, TikTok is always promoting something of some type of information. You know what I'm saying? And this is why eventually they're trying to ban TikTok from brothers, women, kids from using it because there's so much information. Some of these videos I'm gonna show, you gotta watch some of these movies in a spiritual eye if you can, especially if you read in scriptures and you understand. Now, the first one, it kind of tells you a few movies that you should look at, you know, because they're saying certain things, right? And some of these movies I'm actually going to watch probably today, right? So this is the main one I wanted to show because I liked how they went in.
Truth Hidden in Movies, Part 2. The film we're going to talk about today was a movie released in November of 1988. The name of They Live. This late 80s film starring John Carpenter started off as a normal sci-fi movie, but then took a sinister turn once John found these sunglasses that allowed him to see the truth behind things. Typically the same thing that they're doing in the real world, but we are too narrow-minded to understand. They literally put stuff like this in our face. As I say in each and one of these videos, make sure y'all remember their universal rule. Just to do and put everything in our face because that is us basically giving them our consent to do such things. they continue to do it. So y'all this clip from me. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it in the comments. And let me know if y'all want a part 3 also.
I'm gonna try to show you one more, and then I'm gonna just bring out precepts. It's an actual movie that I just seen. My wife had just shown me a clip of. It's called Free Guy. In the movie, I don't know if anyone of y'all seen it. Is Free Guy goes into the dude, a lady tell him that he's like we're in a video game. When you living on this side of the world, if you don't have those spiritual eyes, you would never really understand what's really going on.
Watch these 12 documentaries, but only if you are woke. Check them out.
The 13th Floor. Soul. Cloud Atlas. Get Out. The number 23. The Original Planet of the Apes. The Thing. The Matrix. Jupiter Ascending. Dark City. Free Guy.
This is the one I'm talking about.
And last but not least, They Live.
Movies are.
Okay, They Live. I'm gonna definitely watch that. So Free Guy is the one I was just talking about. The whole point of the video, it says never trust thy enemy. For our enemy is so clever that they would put their symbolic messages in their movies, in their TV shows, off of what I just read on Facebook, right? So I'm gonna just try to get straight to the point. This is Sirach chapter 12, verse 10. It says, never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. And when I'm talking about never trust your enemy, don't trust the products that they're selling you, right? Now, of course, a lot of us use body wash. Like a lot of us look at ingredients to see in certain things. Like I found out some of the toothpaste I was using had pork in it. So we removed certain toothpaste out our house, found out certain names in the deodorant some of us was using had pork in it, right? So I'm still in precaution. It's another video I wanted to show you, but I don't know if I should really show you. You know what I'm saying? Like these things piss me off in a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? It's because of the simple fact we have a lot of secret things going on. Right. And if I can pull this up real quick, we can make this quick, fast, in a hurry. I'm looking for it right now. If my computer can move faster, we can get to it. Remember, verse 10, never trust thy enemy, for like iron if rusteth, so is his wickedness. So I'm gonna show 3 videos. 3 quick small videos. And I know a lot of y'all. Know these things. My computer is having a slow reboot.
It's in my brain. It's living rent free. I can't get it out. You did that.
Yeah, it's hypnosis.
You're so awesome and dope. I love your music. I love your artistry. I love your outfit. I love
I'm saying it plain.
This is why you need to run away from listening to worldly music. I was in Haiti doing voodoo, New Orleans, doing Santeria, shamanism, balancing chakras with pendulum crystals. I had the altars, I had the beads, I had the evil eyes, all that. I was deep in the witchcraft. And when God saved me and pulled me out, He showed me how demonic the music I was listening to really was. They're literally doing rituals and curses and hexes over.
Now, the reason why I played that video is because, like even Kanye West said, sometimes certain music have a certain sequence on a beat, and it has a certain vibration that goes into your medulla, right? And I know a lot of y'all might know the song "Body Yada Yada." You know, I'm getting my daughter and some little girl out of nowhere acting a damn fool.
All right, that's why I be telling you guys to always be praying over your food, man. What you're about to see is witchcraft. If you're not killing their own animals, if you're not growing your own food, you have to deal with stuff like this. Okay, this is an obvious witch, and right now she is casting a spell on the meat, not on the meat that she's buying for herself, because she doesn't even take this meat in her own cart. What is she doing right here, guys? What?
Hey, now I'm not posting this to say, hey, don't eat meat, y'all. You know, you got to know all your food. It can be tested in these certain ways, and that's what I'm saying. Never trust your enemies. You have enemies in your own nation, and you have enemies outside our nation. So don't trust. That's why I can respect when brothers and sisters, especially in my house, they like, oh, we forgot to pray over the food. Some cases I definitely understand, man, because we're in a wicked place. You want to make sure that Yahweh Shema Shai, having faith in the Lord just in general, but praying over your food that it has a certain covering, right? And that just made me want to even, cover my food or pray, get a little prayer in there. You know what I'm saying? Because that is crazy, man. That is crazy, bro. Like, for real. Let alone, my wife made some boiled eggs one day, and that egg was plastic. I don't care what nobody say. I know what eggs taste like.
What the fuck is going on? I just saw there's ABC of Pride. Like, bro, B is for buy. C is for coming out, and D is for drag. D is for drag. Equality. Yeah, equality. You're right. Yeah, okay, you're right. That's the equal and teach our kids that,
And if y'all didn't see it in the beginning, this is a gay ABC book. So they pushing this on our children. I try to every day tell my kids when they come from school, go read a book. Technically, I would want them to, if they can't read the Bible, I understand, but go read a book, right? Education is very important, especially children today need to learn how to read. They have to know how to read. It's crazy. This video was just working, and now it's not working now. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Oh, hey, we back.
Ship up. Like someone's fucking teaching the kids intersex for I. Like,
I ain't gonna lie. That's only a damn demon would do that. So I'm gonna read it again. Sirach 12:10. Never trust thy enemy, for like iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. So this place in America, their wickedness is going to rise and become even great. It says, though he humble himself and grow crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass. And thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. It will never be wiped away with these wicked rulers, right? They're going to always become wicked and more wicked. It says, set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place, and never let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. And that's why I keep trying to make it clear. We have wicked brothers in our own nation. That's why you have to observe who's around you, right? And for the nation, especially Esau and these other nations, you have to observe who you allow in your circle or who you got next to you, because somebody might try to take your position, right? You might be a brother, and it might be another brother that's around you that's probably plotting on having your wife, right? And that's why you want to try the spirit by the spirit. You know, sometimes, I don't know if y'all know, but when you touch somebody, it's an energy that get transferred because we have energy in us, right? And if I touch somebody, guess what? Automatically, I get warm. I start to get hot because it's an energy transfer, right? So verse I'm gonna just go to the point. I'm gonna go start at 15. It says, for a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry. So he will not stay if you start to fall. That's why a lot of friends, like some women, especially if you was a drug dealer making a lot of money and now you want to change your life, some women, they want to be around you. That's why some, like the little video I made about gold diggers, right? When you on the low, man, some of these women not dealing with you. It says, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. These enemies is not satisfied with blood. This is why they try to break you down as much as they can. We tried to, I showed it on the Facebook that, and I even try to read it again. Let me get it. It says the elites do tell us through their books and publications, movies and news releases what they are doing. This is called revelations of the method. If you are too stupid to recognize it for what it is, that is your problem. From their point of view, it is a form of ritual mocking of the victim. Now, when you go to Romans, the 13th chapter, this is why I'm like, when I watch movies or watch something, or even if I'm watching the news on YouTube, I'm trying to look at it in a different spectrum, right? Romans chapter 13, verse 11, it says, in that knowing the time that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than we believe. It is time to wake up. It is time to watch and see what's going on, right? Because the Lord always say, watch, right? The end time is not here yet, but things is going to get worse. Things are going to get worse. So when we go to Matthew, a basic scripture, you know, not really basic, you know, but Matthew 24, verse 42, it says, watch out. Wait, Salaki, that's the GNT right there. 42 in the KJV, it says, watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord doeth come. You want to always watch your surroundings, right? You should be observing your enemies. You should be observing what the enemy is actually doing, right? When you go to Judith, I'm going to probably let this be my last scripture. You go to Judith chapter 5. It's really explanatory, right? And I'll start at 17. It says, and wisely they sin not before their God. Wait, let me say it again. And wisely they sin not before their power, they prospered, because the Most High that hateth iniquity was with them. So when we are not sinning, the Lord is with us. Who should be against us? But when we are sinning against the Lord, he hates iniquity, right? It says, but when they depart from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles, very sore, and were laid captives into a land that was not theirs, and the temple of their power was cast to the ground, and the cities were taken by the enemies. I don't know if y'all know about the Indian Holocaust back in about 1877. George Washington went through 20 battles against the Indians, and he won each one. Let alone what deals with Sirach 12 and 10, never trust thy enemy. They made 400 treaties with the Indians, and guess what? They broke every last one. You can't trust your enemies. But because we departed from the Lord, we went through many battles and we lost, right? Verse 19, it says, but now are they returned to their power and are come up from the places where they were scattered, and have possessed Jerusalem, where their sanctuary is, and are seated in the hill country, for it is desolate. Now, therefore, shalom, Yahweh. Now, therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error in this people, and they sin against their power, let us consider that this shall be their ruin. Let us go up, and we shall devour them. So when we start to disobey the Lord put a spirit on these other nations to overtake us, right? And they're going to overcome us. This is why we're spoiled. Verse 21, the point. It says, but if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them, and their power before them, and we become a reproach before all the world. So this is why brothers is pushing the law, statute, commandments to the best of their ability. But the number one point is Yahushua. We got to come back to the faith. People, you can say law all day, but people don't believe in Yahushua, the prophecies, the dark sayings, and the parables. So we got to come back to Yahushua, right? We got to come back to the Lord in the whole volume of the book, not just one part, the whole volume. My brother Yahweh dropped Romans 10 and 19. It says, but I say, did not Israel know? First Moses saith, I will provoke you to jealousy by them that are no people, and by a foolish nation I will anger you. Right? And I could look at this in two ways. Yes, the Lord made us jealous with all these other nations, right? But when you actually look into the gospel, the southern kingdom was jealous that the Gentiles can come back into this thing by faith. They can come back in this thing through righteousness by faith. And guess what? You go to Hosea chapter 1 and chapter 2. Actually, I'm going to go to it. But it's definitely, you got to know, I'm jealous that these other nations is ruling. But am I really ready for it? Am I really ready to be a king and a ruler? I'm going to be honest. I'm not ready, but I'm working on it. I'm going to go straight to this point. Hosea chapter 1. And I'm going to go, the whole chapter you should read, but I'm going to just go straight to 10. It says, the people of Israel will become like the sand of the sea, more than Salaki, that's GNT Salari. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be the sands of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living God. When you read the whole chapter, like verse 9, then said God, call his name Lo and me, for ye are not my people, and I will not be your God. When you go to Hosea 2 and 23, it says, and I will sow her unto me in the earth, and I will have mercy upon her that had not obtained mercy. And I will say to them which are not my people, thou art my people, and they shall say, thou art my God. And eventually some of Israel became Gentiles in the mind, and Gentiles in the physical customs that we have done. So we, the ones that, like when we doing Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving, you will look at us as, man, we not a people. Because eventually Israel don't know who they is. They don't know that they're Israelite. They don't know nothing about the Sabbath. They don't know about the feast days, but they know every damn holiday. We are not a people. We're not singing the same song, right? But when you look at it in that aspect, the Southern Kingdom was mad that the Gentiles could come in this thing just by faith, right? But when you look at it in another aspect, of course, our brothers and sisters is jealous that these other nations is ruling. We're angry and we're tired of wicked rulers ruling over us, right? But the only thing that we can do now is strive for the truth, right? Throw away the old man, right? And I said that was my last verse, but my brother Yawasab just brought that precept and it's kind of hard. So I'm going to go to, where was I going? Yeah, Ephesians, Salaki. I got precepts all up in my dang head. It's Ephesians chapter 4, verse 22. It says, that ye put off concerning the former conversation the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust, right? And that lust is not only just dealing with sex and all those other delicious things. You can have spiritual lust, spiritual fornication, right? Jumping into other beliefs. You can lust on things in the world. It's people that's lusting on smoking weed, right? It's so many forms of lust. It says, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind. How can you be renewed? By cleaving and going back to the Lord, studying to prove yourself, right? Always trying to put a new garment on, always trying to seek the Lord 10 times more in Baruch 4:28, right? That's how you renew your mind, right? Be renewed in the spirit. Because in St. John 4:24, he says, they that worship me must worship me in spirit and in truth. Verse 24, and that ye put on the new man, which after God is the creation in righteousness, in true holiness, right? Because righteousness is truthful. Righteousness is faithful. So you're going to be faithful to the Lord in the whole volume of the book. Some people just read one verse and like, oh, I'm back to the Lord. No, you got to study and prove yourself, because a lot of us don't understand the history. We don't know the ways of how we're supposed to move. In Romans chapter 9, it tells you all Israel is not Israel. The 2/3 is not Israel. Just because you descend from Abraham is you that chosen blood. Ishmael came from Abraham. He's not of Israel. The Edomites came from Jacob, came from Isaac. Guess what? They're not Israel. All Israel is not Israel, right? And it says, verse 25, it says, wherefore putting away lying, speaking every man truth with his neighbor, and we are members one another. So right now, the best of our ability to speak truth is book, chapter, verse. Somebody asks you a question, you go in the scriptures. It's some things, I don't know everything, but I can give you a summary of, hey, yo, it's going into this, bing, 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 bing. But I'm gonna be honest, hey, I'm not, I don't know that full deeply, but I can give you my point, of some degree, but I ain't got all the precepts. I don't have all the understanding. I'm still a student too, but I'm applying myself because I'm tired of the old man and I want to run away from my old worldly mindset, right? And anybody that wants to be renewed of the spirit is constantly chasing the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And if you're not, you're going to be destroyed. Like the lessons say, never trust thy enemy. If this man is constantly selling you lace fronts and wigs, go search it. I have videos to show that Elam, East Indians, freaking Filipinos, other like heathen nations is cutting their hair and selling it and giving it to y'all. It could be dyed pink, red, blue, purple. That's not a black person's hair. You know what I'm saying? And they make money off of these things. I just showed you a video of a lady making enchantment over food. I can show you these people praying over the hair to their gods. And our women wearing it. Hey, you could wear it sometime, but don't wear it too much. It's so many things that mess up our vibration. So much concrete on the ground. A lot of us is not in tune with the nature, walking on dirt barefooted or on the ground. When we go to the beach, we take our flip. Yeah, guess what? We're from the dirt. You're a product of that source, right? let alone our women should try to let their natural hair bloom and breathe good enough, right? Some of our women wear so much makeup. Back then, you was not wearing makeup, sis. And there's nothing wrong. You could wear it, but don't powder yourself too much because you covering your pores, right? Yes, it helps enhance you, but it really is a type of sorcery. Because I've seen some ugly, fugly wugglies putting mad makeup on. They take it off. They look like the bottom of a foot, right? Shalom, shalom, man. Yahweh Shemo Shai Brakatoon, right? You got to always put, you want to always get organic stuff. You want to always get something natural. And a lot of us don't get those things, right? But when you start coming to the Lord, you start observing what you're putting on your body or in your body, right? The brother put Deuteronomy 32:21. They have provoked my jealousy by that which is not of the Most High. They have enraged me with their worthless idols. So I will make them jealous by those who are not a people, and I will make them angry by a nation without understanding. And this would still be in the same category of how I said this can go into the other nations, which it is. The other nations, guess what? We're going to be jealous that they ruling. Just like Israel. They asked Samuel, can we have a king like the other nations? Yes. And then when you look at it on another fold, we're going to be jealous of the northern kingdom, right? A lot of us is law back in the day. You got Paul, he's a doctor of the law, teaching the law. And then he just said, man, I wish I didn't have none of these things. Let me have Hamashiach. A lot of us don't really see the best thing about Hamashiach Yahweh Shai through grace and mercy. That's why a lot of Gentiles that's still moving on the other way and cleaving to these other idols, they can come back to the Lord's grace by believing in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. Soon as you start believing in him, you're going to go back into reading into the Lord, and you're going to follow Yahweh Shai in his ways. That's what a Christian would do, right? So you got to think you're jealous in two different ways, right? And of course, we're going to be jealous at these other nations and their powers, right? You're going to be jealous, right? But all praise to the Most High. Lord willing, we observe ourselves, and we look in this world in another spectrum. You know, like I'm not blind. I actually have 20/20 vision. I just be rocking the style. But you know, some people, when you take the glasses off, your vision is not that good. But when you put it on, your vision is good. When you go outside, you have to think you're living in a game. Do anybody on here play the video game? Have you ever played Campaign, Madden? You are playing a game right now. Me and you are living a story. We just don't know what territory is. But you know you're part of the nation of Israel. And it's time to spiritually, mentally separate yourself from these nations. Stop trying to be like them. Our women want to wear pants. Man, they was pushing that on you around the 60s. You was always wearing a dress, always in modest apparel, and you had modest behavior. Women was not out in the street late at night. Go watch old movies. Go watch Martin Luther King. Go watch Malcolm X. Go watch that freaking scary ass show. What is it called? Dang, I can't even think about it. Dang, everybody was talking about it. You got Crafts Country. Women is back in the day. Women wasn't outside all times of the night. Women is not drinking all like that, right? But you got to know our oppressors spoiled us. We're always spoiled. And I'm just going to bring this scripture. I'm going to bring out one more scripture, family. That's, everybody that's on Clubhouse. And then we're going to get into it, man. Salaki, y'all. Like I said, I got some brothers and some sisters that's on Clubhouse. We're about to get into this Bible study with some questions and answers. Lord willing, is edifying. This is the book of Judges, chapter 2, and I'm going to go right to the point, verse 14. Is it 14? Yes. It says, and the anger of Yahweh was hot against Israel, and he delivered them into the hands of spoilers that spoiled them. And he sold them into the hands of their enemies round about, so that they could not any longer stand before their enemies. So ain't nothing new under the sun. Every time we went through in the hands of a nation, We got spoiled with vain philosophy, right? And that joint goes into, what is it? I don't think it's, see, now I got to go to my physical Bible. Sometimes you'll have a precept in your mind. Yeah, that's definitely not it. Ain't nothing like going to that physical Bible. I'll tell you that right now. You go to that physical, you'll remember it. Salakia, let me get this. See, I was in the right spot. Where are we at? Colossians 3:8. Oh, Salaki. Okay, Colossians chapter 2, verse 8. It says, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiment of the world, and not after Hamashiach. That's why you got to beware. You got to be watching who you learning from and who you observing, right? Through the spirit, you want somebody that's giving it to you straight, raw, uncut. Sometimes scriptures is going to make you feel like, oh, nah, I'm uncomfortable, because you want honesty, right? You don't want somebody that's flubbergasting or trying to teach you some feel good. Your scriptures is not about feeling good. It's about being right and moving correctly in the eyes of Yahweh Shem Shai. So never trust thy enemy in your nation and out your nation, whoever they may be. And usually you can look at the attribute of a man or a woman through the spirit. It's not the outer appearance, but it's the spirit. A clamorous woman. Hey, you could chill with whoever you want, but if you're on a rise to grow closer to the Lord, avoid being around clamorous women until you build yourself up. Then go around your friends so you can be that light around them. If you a brother that selling drugs and you like the limelight, remove yourself from brothers like that and build your character up so you can be that light. So when you go around them, they can be like, man, you changed. If you stay around them, you're going to be a product of your own environment. You're going to be tempted. You're going to be vexed. Every time you got to call on the Lord, because if you do not believe in Ephesians, I believe chapter 6, verse 12 on down, you have to always have the armor on. And the only way you can do that is by reading. Don't just say, oh, I put the armor on, I just read this one verse. No, you got to always be thinking of thus saith the Lord. Get some history in there. Have something that you meditating in all day, and then be covered. Pray. Right? Do a little fast throughout the week or something, right? Don't just think because you just read one verse, you good, because you got to really work on your faith. And when you come in this thing, you might think you got all this faith, but let somebody bring out something you don't agree on. You don't got that faith, brother. Faith come by hearing the word, man. And we got to put this armor on, man. I love y'all to the moon and never back, man. Death to America and death to Esau. Not on my time. Damn sure not on your time. But his time, because he never early, never late. He is always on time. He's your brother, Dagobah. Like I always say, if I can do it, you can do it. If you can do it, I damn sure can do it. I am not better than you, and you damn sure not better than me. And if it ever seemed like I'm acting like I'm better than you, please forgive me, Salaki. I don't never want to seem like I'm better than you. I am not the best teacher. I am not the best prophet. But I know the man that I'm serving, Yahweh Shem Shai, is better than every last one of us. So till next time, Kwame Yasharella Shalom. Shalom.